We are live. We're live.
We are live on air. So, okay.
So for anyone who's not on Meerkat, who decides to watch this at some point, I just spent the last approximately 7 minutes trying to figure out how to make a Hangout go live.
I mean, you don't give yourself any credit though. I mean, it wasn't 7 minutes. It was like 5 minutes, and you're drinking old coffee, which makes things harder if you ask me. My coffee's going cold.
It does, right? Like, it's not really fair. My husband's actually home. He should probably be making me some more coffee, but it's okay. So I'm so happy to finally talk to you.
Oh, and I actually feel like, to begin with, you should probably do a British accent, and I should probably do your accent, just to...
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Bloody hell! Crikey!
Oh
that's all I got. That's all I got.
You're good. No, you've got this. You've got this.
I'm so jealous. I have the Brit envy on the expressions and the accent. It's not just the accent, that's part of it, but the expressions, the things that you guys say.
Kristen, the minute I get to the US, I'm gonna get this US accent. I'm gonna sound all fabulous all the time. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Although I don't know how
you have to do more. I want to hear some US out of you.
I can only do, apparently what I do is Valley Girl, and I found out recently from Katie that Valley Girl means, I thought it just meant someone from Philadelphia. Apparently I couldn't have got that more wrong.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so, and all I can say is, oh God, can I get some water?
Oh my God, that is Valley Girl. It is.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, but I like it.
And then, like, whenever people meet me, I swear they always ask if I know the Queen, and they'll be like, "Oh no, actually, I tell you what American people do. They go, oh, I have a friend in London. Do you know her?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know her. I don't live in London."
Okay, that sounded very American too, what you just said. So, yeah, but I know what you mean, because like, my husband was in the Marine Corps. He's retired from the Marine Corps. And so, the Marine Corps is pretty huge and spread out all over the world. So it would always be, "Oh, my cousin Johnny is a Marine. Do you know so-and-so?" No, absolutely not. No disrespect. No.
It could be literally anywhere in the world right now. I think that's amazing. And you, I guess, have been able to travel loads. I think I heard a lot about you, actually. It sounds really stalkery, on the YI Social podcast, and that's how I found out about it, and that's when I knew, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool."
Yeah, pretty cool. I have to thank the U.S. military for that, but it was great living in Okinawa for 4 years.
He's not in the military anymore, is he?
No, he retired. Which he started a business here, but he's no longer in the Marine Corps. They keep the title for life, so he'll always be a Marine, but he doesn't work for them anymore. So.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I think someone's asking me to say this, but I'd actually prefer you to say this, Kristen.
What?
So someone said, say, "Can you make those fries animal style, please?" I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. Is that not a British thing? Because it's not an American thing that I'm aware of.
I love that. I don't know that. Ghana, what is that? You're going to have to define what you're on about here.
I'm going to see if I can pull up your Meerkat on my screen too, so that I can see the comments.
See some questions. Oh, Cody's in here. Hi, Cody.
Oh, Cody. Hey, what's up?
Anyway, Kristen, I want to hear more about how you're kicking ass at life and what I can learn from you in that, because I'm not kicking ass at life, and I'm in such a quarter life crisis right now. I don't know what to do. So
you're hilarious.
You gotta help me out.
First of all, I don't know if I'm kicking ass. I mean, I'm having fun, that's for sure. And actually, I'm going to have a big announcement either Friday or Monday about my new job, but I can't announce it yet. It will be Friday or Monday. But,
oh my God.
I am.
Where are you announcing it?
Wherever, everywhere. I can't. It's not until Friday or Monday that I can, say it. So I can't say it yet. But basically, I am just really digging community management. I mean, I've been in and out of it, over the course of a really long time. And right now I'm getting this really sweet opportunity to work with cool people doing what I really love and what I think I'm really good at. So
you are really,
and really it's just, but talking to people, like, okay, I get to talk to people. That's pretty amazing. And try to build upon some successes that are already there. Try to, take some ownership. And it's funny. I originally, back in the day, I don't even know, you were probably a toddler. I was, when my husband was a drill instructor at Parris Island in South Carolina, which is where they train Marine recruits on the eastern side of the U.S. There's two of those. One's in California and one's in South Carolina. So he was at South Carolina training recruits. And back in that era, it was about 2005 that I'm talking about, there wasn't really an online support system or, community back then for basically the families of these Marine recruits. There wasn't any digital way for the actual command to communicate with them. And, you got kids who are like 18 years old, never left home before, and they go for 13 weeks to train to be a Marine. And it's like, a lot of times their families would be panicky, or they'd hear, mythical tales of, things that would go on down there that were false and, whatever. So this friend of mine actually started what became a very large, very successful support forum for Marine recruits' families. And so I got involved as the spouse of one of the drill instructors. I got involved with sort of sharing little shareable updates with the families of his recruits. And so that was my first foray into community management. And even back then, like, I was so motivated and so like excited. I was posting like animated smileys and like, all that kind of good stuff. But then when they would come for graduation, a lot of times I would end up getting to meet the people in person, which was a lot of fun because I went by an alias the whole time when I was on the forum, so nobody ever knew who I was. This one mom made me a scrapbook, and it has my like screen name all over it and stuff. It's hilarious. Anyway, so that's how I first started. And then a few years after that, when I was living in Minnesota and there was no military presence there at all, he was working at a university. I missed all my people. I missed all my Marine spouses and that whole community. So I started, and I couldn't find a good forum for like the Marine spouses. I couldn't find a community for my people. So I created one. And I did that. Yeah, I learned.
You make it sound so casual. That's incredible.
It was a labor of love. It was. That was when I learned how to create a website and learned how to use content management systems. I started with Joomla and ended up on WordPress, but how to actually implement a forum and back then I was publicizing it by literally like posting on MySpace and writing blogs on like Blogger and that kind of thing. So that was a really great experience for me that I had no idea that it would be. It just kind of I just kept learning. And we had a really tight community. In fact, I'm still, I had to kind of let that go when we moved to Okinawa and I got busy working, but I'm still pretty close friends online with some of the ladies that I met through that. So that's how I kind of got into it.
That's incredible.
And then from there, I've had opportunities with some of my jobs to be responsible for the communication piece and some of the community pieces of things. So
yeah. I think I can relate completely in that aspect that I absolutely love. I love people, and I think as I started engaging more with people on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, I'm just doing what I love. This is amazing. I love talking to people. And I think I did try to build a community, but I built it in the wrong place. So when I started working in Nottingham, I tried to like kind of, when I got into work, I was like, oh, why don't we all go out together? Why don't we do this, that, and the other together? Then I realized 3 years in, I'm spending every second of every day with these guys, to then spend every second of every day outside of work with these guys too. It's not right. You need to have a break. So, but I've just kind of shot myself in the foot, because we've got this community, and now if I don't organize something, nothing happens, and then everyone's looking to me saying, "Oh, why don't you get us all together again? It's really fun." And I'm like, I need a time out. I need a time out.
Yeah. So there's no like viable replacement for you for doing that, for taking the lead?
Kind of. I've had to step back anyway, because everyone knows that I might be leaving. So I've handed over to 7 people. That's how many people they thought they'd need to organise everything. They're like, we can't organise anything like a woman can. So we're going to need 7 men.
That's when you know that you're a superhero, when you have to train your 7 replacements. That's what I'm talking about, girlfriend.
It's because they're all lazy. They're self-admittedly lazy. They were like, we won't do this on our own, so we need a few of us. But yeah, I was just saying actually while you were coming onto this and setting up, I just saw on this phone that I've got set up watching you. That sounds creepy. A meeting invite popped up from work, and it's to talk about the US move actually. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's not bad news.
Can you tell me more things about this whole US move? Because I miss a lot of your Meerkats. And so, and only because just timing, like I've just been really occupied lately. I always jump in when I can.
You don't even have to.
I feel like I feel like I'm out of the loop. So what can you tell me? Can you tell me anything about that?
I will start by saying the funny thing about Meerkat, I was saying this over the past week, I feel really bad when I can't watch other people. And I think we've got to get to this stage where it doesn't matter. And if you stream, you stream. And if you can watch, you watch. But if you don't, you don't. So unfortunately, I've just not known anything for weeks, literally nothing. And they said it takes 6 to 8 weeks for the US government to even review the paperwork and go through the application and see what's going on with that. But it was submitted on the 20th of March, which means I'm due to hear something.
But is this you moving on your own, or is it your business moving, or what are we talking about?
This is the company moving me because I requested a move. I love the US.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
Yes.
Oh, so my fingers are crossed.
I know. I just so badly want to move. But it's really hard to justify. They have to, this is hilarious. I don't even know how they're doing it. They have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that there is nobody in the United States of America that they could hire to do the job they're trying to put me into.
Mm-hmm. But you know, they might be able to do it. They might be able to do it because when we lived in Minnesota, I worked for an organization that does prosthetics, like, you know, prosthetic devices for, you know, amputees, things like that. And they actually brought over 2 Brits, a husband and wife team, to come and be, one was a prosthetist and one was something else clinical in the organization. And they were able to get them brought over, both of them.
Okay.
And you cannot tell me that there wasn't somebody in the States that could do the job, obviously. So there's got to be some kind of a way.
I hope so. And I'm well on my way to it. The minute I hear that this is happening, I'm organizing the Vegas meetup that I want to have with everybody. 100%. I hope you'll come.
I think, I will be there. I will be there.
Okay.
I think it's remarkable that you work for an organization that would entertain this.
Well, they didn't entertain it, and they said no the first, 15 times. I have pushed for this. The minute I found out it was an American company, I applied for it, and I have pushed and pushed and pushed. And this time last year, I had put together a presentation with data, and I was like, this is why you need to move me. So I tried to prove with data that it was a valuable decision to the company to move me. And
I love that.
Somebody agreed. So then they were like, okay. Yeah, so
don't ask, don't get. Sometimes it takes a long time to get from, you know, asking to getting, but good for you. I think that's amazing. And I really, really hope it works out.
I hope so, because then we're going to have all the drinks.
We're going to have all the drinks. Nobody else can have any drinks because we're going to have them all.
All the drinks.
And I'm going to teach you all my Southernisms, and you're going to teach me all your British.
Kristen, because you said you've got a big announcement, someone's just asked below, is Jaymini Mystery preggers?
Oh, shoot. Sorry. No, that wasn't the, no. That's not the announcement.
That's the
Was that
second time
me?
I've been asked that this week.
Yeah, no. Maybe it's because you're so beautiful and you look like you're glowing.
No, it's because I got the flowers at work. Someone was like, "Are you pregnant? Is that why someone bought you flowers?" I was like, "No, what, guys?" Never mind.
That's funny, but you know what? Just enjoy that because I'm 40 now and nobody ever asks me anymore if I'm pregnant. I'm almost insulted.
Oh, see, I didn't know you were. So, are you 40?
I'm 40.
Yeah, I had no idea. And same with Carolyn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you would never guess her age. No,
both
she's
of you
so,
though. Both of you
yeah.
have blown my mind. Like
Carolyn's awesome.
Seriously, what's your secrets? Like I get asked if I'm like 36, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 10 years younger than that. What?
No, I just don't act my age. That's really the only thing. I think I look my age. I just don't behave my age.
No, you don't.
I'm stuck at 28. I'll be 28 for the rest of my life, I think.
That's the way to be. That's the way to be. I think I love hearing about what you do because of my quarter life crisis, and I just didn't know I liked social until I got onto it, and then I was like, oh, this changes everything. You
are so good at it. Seriously, you're so good at it. You need to be doing something in the social sphere.
If you enjoy chatting, then you end up being okay at it because you get pleasure and you get energy from that. And I think
exactly.
As long as you get that from it, then it comes more naturally, doesn't it? And you feel more comfortable doing it. And I love talking to new people all the time.
That's how I am. And you also too are really good, and you're in a position too, especially with your Meerkat stuff, to be really helpful to other people. And that's part of the fun of it. It's like just little things like somebody asking you a question, because you've been, whether it's about Meerkat, whether it's about STEM stuff, because you're like a big, STEM nerd, which I'm envious of. Math and science are not my shtick at all. But my point is, when you're connected to people like this, it gives you those opportunities to sort of, even in small ways, help somebody out. And it's so, when you enjoy it, it's so effortless. It's just something that you can easily do. So
I think I realized that, and I just don't know how to incorporate it into my career plan now. I'm just lost.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that, because I think that you have two very different and not necessarily agreeable skill sets going on there. So
I know.
I don't know. I'd like to have some kind of suggestion, but I've got nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm torn. I've been torn for weeks. Oh, geez. Since like January, I was like, do I go this way or that way? What do I do? But I was like, I want the move to the US so bad. So I'm sticking with that for now. And I
so
thought that,
did you decide where you will land in the US if that happens?
If I go, I'll be going to the headquarters. So I had a choice between Houston or Philadelphia. And the headquarters is in Philadelphia, so I would have preferred Houston, actually. This is really sad.
I don't know.
For the weather.
I like Texas, but I haven't heard great things about Houston, so I don't know.
Okay.
Either one's good.
But it's Philadelphia is the one I'm aiming for, and I just so hope, so hope. I just don't like snow though. I'm gonna have a real issue with that. They got a lot.
I lived in the southeastern United States my entire life until I was 32 years old, and that's when we moved to Minnesota. My husband told me he had orders to Minnesota. I almost lost my mind. I was like, "You're kidding me, right? Seriously?"
That's where Terry is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I thought I was going to hate it, and I totally didn't hate it. It was actually, now I will say, it was too cold and the winter was too long, but even the locals say that, like, okay, enough with the winter already. But it was this beautiful place, and I actually enjoyed the snow, and you get used to, your body, you acclimate over time and you get used to it. So And for me, once it gets below a certain temperature, which it gets to here, I'm just cold anyway. Like it almost just doesn't matter now. And then up there in the northern part of the country, they're a lot. They're prepared for the snow. They have means for dealing with it so that you can either still drive or take the train or whatever it is you're going to do. Down here, if it snows, forget it. Everything closes.
Do you have a big truck? Or like a little car?
My husband does.
Yeah.
I have a little car.
Okay. When you say little,
my husband,
I bet it's quite big.
No, I mean he has a big Dodge Ram quad cab because he's a manly man, and we live in Texas, and he owns a construction company, right? So the funny thing is, his truck is also our family car because my car is a little 15-year-old BMW convertible.
Okay.
Which I love. He's like, you should get a new car. I'm like, I'm not getting a new car. I'm keeping my old car. I love my car. So I paid cash for it when we moved back from Okinawa, and I drive about 5 miles a week. So I'm not getting a new car. It's just,
So you can do all your work from home then?
All of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And the new thing that I'm going to be doing, which I will tell you guys about later, everybody's spread out all over the place. So
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's nice to have the flexibility, and like even from a financial standpoint, like I don't have to pay for my daughter to be in childcare. She's school age, so she goes to school, but I don't have to worry about having her go to after school care.
Yeah.
I can just go pick her up. It's great.
That is so good. Do you?
No, I do.
To be honest, do you stay in your pajamas sometimes all day, or do you get up as if each day is a proper working day?
More often than not, I'm in my pajamas. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, I have on like yoga pants.
I've got so much time for this.
And I didn't even have on a real shirt until like 2 seconds before I came home. I have on
Are you
and that's bad. Like I think that's a bad practice, but I'm being honest. Like that's
I don't think it's bad. I get more work done when I'm in my pajamas and I'm chilling out than when I'm in these super smart clothes. I'm always coming back in these stupid like work dresses and I'm trying to stream, and I look so smart compared to the other Meerkatters who are just there chilling in their like cool t-shirts and stuff, and I'm like, oh hello, I'm just running from work. I'm really boring.
But I love people so much. I do miss the ritual of getting up, putting on, I usually would wear like dresses and boots to work. The drive to work, I would never call people in the office. I would always get up and walk around, go to their office, go to their desk, walk outside. I miss that piece of it. And I've gained weight. Since I started this working at home thing. And it's because I don't move. So I really need to improve upon my habits.
And I still move, but I've still gained weight. So that's going to be the wine, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a factor, but in my case, I've always had pretty bad habits, but now I'm not burning any of it off. So I need to. My point in disclosing all of this to whoever's listening is that this is not what you want to do if you work from home. Do not do what I do, and I'm about to have.
Are you happy?
I am, but I need to improve upon my processes, and for me, it's all about habits. I have formed some bad habits, and I need to fix the habits and just change the pattern. So that's something that is a priority for me starting soon as well.
Don't you think it's really hard to get out of a bad habit and start a good one? Like, it's so easy to slip into a bad habit. But you don't slip into good habits. I wish you did, but you don't. And I'm trying.
I know, right? You never accidentally pick up a good habit. That's just not, that doesn't happen. Yeah, you're right though. But yeah, it really is. I have to change my habits. And so, and I caution anyone, if you're listening and you are going to start working from home, be mindful of this. It is easy to sort of slip into a bad routine or forget. Like what happens with me is like I literally lose track of time when I'm working. And so I'll realize, and sometimes it even messes up like my eating. I'll realize, oh, it's 2 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything. Well, that's not going to help me get any thinner because then I'm going to be starving. I'm going to eat something fatty, fat, and then not burn it off. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
No, I do.
So,
that's the only thing that's good about getting up for work. But I work much better when I'm chilling out at home. But I guess, yeah, at least I kind of have routine. I started, how bad is this? I've changed my entire day around being able to be on social media. So the only reason I get up at 5:30 in the morning is so that I can exercise before work, go to work, come back, and then use the whole of my evening to do social media stuff.
I love that, though. I think that's great. I think some people would go, oh, you're crazy. But you're not crazy because this is something that you enjoy. Yeah. So I would absolutely do the same thing. I would.
By the way, Patrick's saying hi to you on Meerkat.
Oh, hey, Patrick.
He's saying, what's up? And then he's saying, friend fry.
Oh, I see him.
You see him?
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick,
he's awesome.
He saves me from any trolls that come on here. He's like my Meerkat dad. Yeah, like he literally comes in and karate chops them out. He's like, get out, get out. So thanks, Patrick.
Get out. That's awesome. I love it. One thing that I find interesting when I'm watching streams is the people who stream while they're driving. Okay, now I'm not going to make a political statement on whether or not you should stream and drive, but here's what I find interesting. The safety patrol that will come in and say, you shouldn't be driving while you're doing this. And here's my thought on that, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but this is what I really think, so here it is. If you think that what they're doing is unsafe and you object to it, then just leave the stream rather than sending a comment which they might actually turn to look at, which would then be significantly more dangerous.
Absolutely.
The logic just escapes me. It just escapes me. I'm like, I don't understand that at all. But
it's like when people send texts to people saying, if you're driving, don't read this. And it's like, well.
Now, I will say that I'm very big, and this is probably a product of the fact that my husband and I spend a great deal of time on two wheels on a motorcycle. Yeah. I get furious when I see people texting and driving. Because guess what? You're not the one person on the planet who has superior multitasking abilities. Yeah. Just not a thing. And I'm not even talking about if you're at a stoplight and you're texting. I mean, I don't care about that. But I'm talking about you're going down the road and you're halfway in my lane because you're pecking away. I want to throat chop you. I want to physically flail you when I see that. So, and I do a lot of hostile road maneuvers in these cases, like horn honking and, but just people please with the texting. Just stop that. But I think streaming, if you're not looking at the phone and you're going down the road and you're just having yourself a monologue or whatever, who cares? I mean, yeah, that's just
I completely agree. I love that you just say what you're thinking too, and you don't hold back. I think that's better that way. I think sometimes people misunderstand that. Sometimes I'll say stuff and then people get upset, but I'm like, it's not a personal dig at anybody. It's just my opinion, and that's it.
And the thing is, the world would be so boring if we all agreed. It would be so boring. I mean, you're going to disagree with people. It's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. And I think the older I get, the more I say what I think.
Yeah.
I still try to have some tact and be considerate, but my opinion, like you were saying, my opinion's my opinion. So
it can get quite exhausting trying to stay stum as well. I think it's easier just being.
And you know what? No matter what you do, not everybody's going to like you. No matter what you do for people, somebody's going to complain about something. It happened to me today. I'm not going to give any details, but you're going to get kicked in the face every once in a while. So you might as well just be prepared to deal with it. Yeah. And in the meantime, just go ahead and be yourself because it's easier. And sometimes if you're passionate about something, if you're truly angry or truly excited or whatever it is, it might benefit you and or others if you go ahead and speak up about it.
Yeah, actually, I think I've had that problem at work recently where I've wanted to speak to somebody and I'm a bit disappointed in myself. Normally, if I have something to say, I will just say it. I will find that person and I will say it. But this person is my boss. And I feel this is the first time I felt uncomfortable giving feedback. I'm very happy giving feedback to my peers, and I'd expect them to do the same to me. But because it's my boss, and I'm so much, I don't know, I'm so minor to her that I feel like what the type of feedback I want to give her is not appropriate, and it should come from either one of her peers or from HR or from her boss, but not from me. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
I think it just depends. I mean, yeah, I could see that being possible. I think it depends on what it is, and I'm not going to ask you to say, because obviously that would be inappropriate. But yeah, I mean, I do think there are cases where you might be the wrong person to bring it up. On the other hand, if whatever it is has a significant impact on you as an employee, then there's quite a possibility that it would be appropriate for you to bring it up. I guess what I'm saying is, are you a stakeholder in the equation? Are you someone who stands to gain or lose? Well, in that case, I think you deserve a voice. If it affects you, then you deserve a voice. And then the question just becomes, how do you communicate it in a way that's going to not, start a fire in the building? And I've been in that situation in the past, and it's not easy.
No. The first time I tried to give feedback in this way to somebody at work who is senior to me, you're going to laugh so much, but I just cried. I couldn't even get the words out. I just started crying. I was just like, ah! And they were like, what? And I was like, and I couldn't get the words out because I had so many awful things to say.
Oh my gosh.
They were all justified, and they were all backed up with evidence and examples. I'm an engineer, it's the way I work. I don't like to make a claim unless I have some data or proof. So they were all backed up, but they were such strong claims. I felt so uncomfortable saying it. I didn't know what to do. So I couldn't even get my words out. I just started crying. I was just like, oh God.
I suspect that you at your core are somewhat like me, and that I don't like confrontation.
No.
I don't like negativity at all. I don't want to have to tell you that this is really a problem. And so I will weigh it. How big of a problem is it? Is it, do I really need to say something or not? And a lot of times with work, you have to, because you just can't. I do want to ask you, though, should you wait until this issue about moving gets sorted?
Well, this was also a reason I've been holding off, because she's my key.
Yeah, don't burn that down. Don't burn that down. Wait until after.
She decides how big my bonus or how small my bonus is, and she also is a key player in this move. So I'm just trying to.
You have to at least wait until the move thing gets sorted. But no, you were talking about you cried. I get that, because I had a major issue with a supervisor one time, and it was a supervisor that I loved and respected. I still do. But I could not bear. I just had this feeling that if I went into her office and started saying the words, they would not come out the way that I wanted them to. It just wouldn't be possible. And so I ended up drafting her this email novel that was so long it was stupid. It was email doesn't have pages, but let's just say it was 5 pages worth of, tact wrapped up with a point somewhere buried in it. And she got the email, and she came out, and she was like, I started reading that, but I thought, do you just want to come talk to me? And I was like, can you just go read it? Can you just go read it, and then I'll come talk to you, but I want you to read it first.
Oh.
And she was just kind of like, wow, okay. And we ended up, there were 3 points that I had to make. We ended up coming to an agreement on 2 of them, and 1 we had to agree to disagree. So overall, I thought it went pretty well, but it was such a waste of, time and energy. And I think I spent 3 days crafting this email. No balls at all, right? Yeah.
I'm the same, and it's funny because I'm so open at work, and if I'm not happy with someone or the way they've behaved, I'm okay to tell them. But I think it's usually when it's someone who's a bit more senior to me, I think I really get nervous and scared, and I don't want to confront them.
Well, I totally get that, because I'm like that too. I get it. You don't want to seem like a whiner. You don't want to seem like a complainer. You don't want to seem like you don't respect the person to the extent that you're supposed to as they are senior to you. Like, you just don't want to come across the wrong way. You want to make your point because you have a point to make, but you're afraid of being misunderstood. That's how I always feel in that situation.
Yeah. And I respect you. I heard you say respect. That's like the most important thing. That's the thing I got brought up on. It's like in my core to be respectful to people and to be respected. And that's how we get along. And that's how we come up with great ideas together. That's how we live and work together. So once that feels imbalanced, I feel bad. I feel bad. So
I know what you mean. But don't forget that when you have whether it's a colleague or a supervisor or a subordinate, no matter what that relationship is, you're both obligated to each other. You're not the only one with an obligation. They have an obligation to you too. So,
this is true.
So you just have to decide if it's important enough to you. But I highly encourage you to wait until they approve your move to the States before you say anything.
Oh, Kristen, I hope they say yes. I hope they say yes. I really want to move. So, hey, what are you up to for the rest of the day anyway?
I'm sorry. I just have more worky stuff to do. And then, of course, we have MCEO talk is this evening. And
you have no idea how gutted I am that I can never make that. Like, it looks like...
I'm so glad that gutted got worked in, though. I'm glad you said gutted.
It should be like MCO gutted talk.
It's just like the total wrong time for you, though, right? Like, won't you be totally asleep?
It's like 2 a.m., but it's like the perfect talk for me. I would give anything to be there, but with my 5:30 start, it just doesn't make sense for me to get up at 2 for it. So
yeah, I don't think that I would even do that if I were you. And nobody takes it personally. I just also, you know what? Here's a good time for me to say this. You're amazing, and all the support that you give to all the causes that I care about, and all of our sort of Twitter band of friends, you're remarkable, and I super appreciate you. So thanks for that.
I think you always appreciate me loads. I really love SBiz Hour. Like, it's one of my favorite talks, and I like it because, and this is no disrespect to other Twitter chats or anything like that, but I just find that there's a lot of the same topics coming up, but I feel like the one that challenges me a lot is SBiz Hour, and I can't. There are a lot of times where I don't know the answer to the questions you guys are on about. Use acronyms I've never heard of. So I learn a lot. I learn a lot from you guys, and that's why I like it.
Thank you. And I just love Brian and Rachel, and they find some of the coolest guests to come on who just have all this really cool stuff to say. That's what attracted me to it originally too, was sort of that different flavor and the thought-provoking, and the fact that sometimes there'll be just flat out disagreements in the Twitter chat. That's always
How
fun.
long have you been with SBiz Hour then? It was like S Social Selling Hour, wasn't it, before?
It was Social Selling Hour. They started, it's been going on for just over a year, and they started as Social Selling Hour, and then they rebranded beginning of this year as SBiz Hour, and I got on board the 15th of January is when I started, and at that point I was only moderating the chat. Yeah, this year.
Wow.
At that point I was just moderating the chat, so I was just jumping on the handle for the hour, and that was pretty much it, and then I've slowly kind of gotten into more of the behind the scenes. And hopefully we'll be doing even more, maybe getting involved with some other stuff there. So.
And you get involved a lot with Millennial CEO as well, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. So, and I just love, like, now that I'm sort of like doing some things with those guys, it sounds like I'm just like praising my own people, but the reason why I'm involved with them at any level is because I respect them and I think they're fantastic. You know, one day Brian and Rachel asked me if I had time to do a hangout. I had never even been, my first hangout that I was ever on, it wasn't on air, it was just a hangout, was Brian and Rachel. I'd never even done one before. I was like, okay. And that was in January. But one of the first things that Brian said to me was, what do you want to do and how can we help you? I was like, okay. And my answer was something totally unintelligible. But yeah, no, they very much are behind the scenes how they appear to be. Like they just, what you see is what you get. So I love that. And you're so awesome to support. And we all just love you.
I believe in what's going on there. I think that's what it is. And like I said, SBiz Hour, I just like because it keeps me challenged. I like that, and I like I saw you're going to tea chat, but I thought that happens at night time.
It used to. They moved.
Have they changed it?
They changed it. It is now now it's at 12 my time. So literally, like tea chat was ending when you and I hopped on here.
I wish I
that was the second. Yeah, that was the second one of the new time. So yeah, time change.
Oh, it's every week.
Permanent. It's every week.
Okay.
And that's another really good chat. I like that.
I've seen the questions in that, and I always wanted to attend, but it was at stupid o'clock in the morning for me, so I've never gone. But
yes.
I feel like
so you might be able to do that one now. Yeah. And I basically always attend that one, so I would love to see you there.
Yeah, I remember. Do you know Alyssa Trumbull?
Yes, she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's the one who told me about tea chat ages ago when I first got on Movi. She told me about it there, and she was describing it to me because we were both talking about our love for people, understanding people, organizations, and just generally people collaborating. And then she was just telling me about tea chat, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go. And then I looked it up and was like, oh, it's just like, I'm sure it's at like 1 a.m. for me. So seriously, like seriously, on a serious. Well, I hope so. I hope I'll be able to keep coming along now. But I have a serious case of FOMO. Like seriously, I hate time zones. I hate them so much. Oh.
Yeah, I do too. It's a problem for me. And also, I have all these like youngster friends who it's not even time zone. Like my friends on the East Coast, they should be tired even before me, but they're so young. Like Vincenzo and Chris Barrows and Cody and like all those guys. They're so freaking young. I'm like, can I stop getting Meerkat notifications at midnight because I really want to watch you, but I'm old and I need to go to bed. And by the way, why aren't you in bed? Because it's 1 a.m. your time. Like, that's what happens with me.
If you ever see me on there, you should be like, go to bed. Like, I try to go to bed by 10:30 at night here. That's me. I'm in my PJs and I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm telling you,
a few nights a week, I'm in bed by like 9, and I'm not even sad about it because that's DVR time. That's like step away from the computer screen, whatever. Yeah. And I am getting old in that way. If I want to do a late nighter, I have to take a nap. I have to take a nap if I want to stay up.
It's a lot of staring at a computer though. Like I stare at a computer screen all day. I went for a 2-hour walk, I think it was yesterday, with my housemate. We just stepped out and it was so good to just not look at a screen. I was like, I needed this fresh air. It's good to walk about and not be doing that. That's a question I want to ask you. When I went to Houston, everyone drove everywhere. Like, and in Nottingham, I walk everywhere apart from to work when I drive, obviously. But I just walk everywhere, and I noticed that people didn't do that in Houston. I don't know about everywhere else.
Things are too spread out. I mean, I suppose I'm not familiar with Houston, but say for example here in Fort Worth, where I live. Yeah. Things are too spread out. You couldn't, if you wanted to, you could live in the city, and then you could probably do a lot of walking, but that is super expensive. So, most of your working class families, for example, like us, we don't have a couple $1 million lying around to buy an apartment in downtown Fort Worth. In downtown Fort Worth. I mean, there are cheaper ones, but my point is, for the same thing, we live in a 3,300 square foot house, which is pretty huge. We're renting it. We don't own it. In a subdivision. Our rent would be tripled if we wanted to live in a tiny apartment in downtown Fort Worth. So it doesn't
make sense. No.
So the majority of people here in Texas especially have cars. There are areas of the U.S. where you don't have to. Obviously, New York City, they have an extensive train system there, and DC has a decent train system. I don't know too much about California, but Texas, forget it. You gotta have a car.
I know I'll need one for Philadelphia because, like, this is what I'm not sure of as well. I was like, I'm single. I have no friends, so really, maybe I should live in downtown. But where I'd be working is 40 minutes out from downtown, so I don't know whether to live closer to work or live in, I don't know.
So it's in a suburb of Philly?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Maybe you could live in between.
I'm thinking that. I just like I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do if I want to have a drink. I just don't know how I'd get home.
Well, chances are a cab. You take a cab.
Not really far to go, like 30 minutes in a cab.
Well, you wouldn't want to do that, but my point is, like, if you, let's say if it's 40 minutes, if the suburb where your work is 40 minutes from downtown, you could probably live in between there. And chances are that area is going to be populated enough that there will be some things within walking distance. I can't imagine that 40 minutes from Philly is in the middle of nowhere. It's probably still very populated.
There are quite a few people there, to be fair.
Yeah.
There was a nice microbrewery. Maybe I could just reside in there. You're getting hellos, by the way. Jeff Castillo's in here. Tiffy saying hi to you with a heart.
Hi,
And
guys.
Jenny as well saying hi to you.
Hey, guys.
Lots of love. You're getting lots of hearts and roses here.
Okay, before I forget, I wanted to tell you, if you want to know more about my Southern accent, it's kind of gone now. It got sort of diluted by living in Minnesota and then living in Japan, and then it comes back when I get excited or if I have cocktails. I'm not sounding all that Southern anymore. But you have to Google.
Cocktails, guys.
There's a series of YouTube videos called Shit Southern Women Say. Have you ever heard of these?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, most of it is not that big of an exaggeration. We talk like that. We say things like that.
Can I play it right now, quickly?
Sure.
Is it really long?
There are a bunch of different, like, 2-minute videos, I think.
I'm gonna just click on one so we can quickly have a look. So I'm looking for Shit Southern Women Say.
Shit Southern Women Say.
It's hilarious. This is really nice to talk about as well, because I swear, whenever I talk to anyone, we're always saying,
"Hey, Brady." Hey, Brady. Sorry.
No,
I'm reading your comments.
Hey! Hello! Okay, so we're going to watch one of these. Oh, wow! There's literally episodes. Oh, God. This is hilarious.
Hey, Jenny. And hey, Tiffy. You guys are so much fun.
Shit. Damn. Shit. Damn. I forget you can still see my face.
Oh, it's okay. I like your face. Okay, so no, I want to know, are you still listening to that or watching it?
Pardon?
Are you still watching the video or are you done?
No, I've switched it off now, but that was hilarious.
So yeah, I mean, most of that, some of them are exaggerations, but really they're not that far off. That's how we talk.
I wish I had a Southern American accent.
So I want to know, like, funny things, like what you guys say for certain things, like
I know the main differences now, because from speaking to multiple US people on Twitter, the amount of times someone tweets me back and goes, "What? What is that?" So, like, earlier I said I couldn't go on to Nerf because I was stuffing my face with Asani, and immediately 3 people just tweeted back going, "What's a sarnie?" I was like, "It's a sandwich, obviously."
See, I never heard that, but I could have guessed it. You know?
Yeah, you see, at least that one makes sense. I guess we say car park because it's where you park your cars.
Oh yeah, no, and that's a parking garage or a driveway or something.
Well, you say parking lot.
Yeah, we do say parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting told to practice down here. Bree's saying she's seen that video and it's the best.
Yeah, they have a whole series. They have a whole series of them. Yeah. Okay, so like for example, I want to know like slang stuff. So like if you wanted to say that somebody's an idiot, what would you say?
Oh man. Oh god.
Don't hold out on me. Give me the real scoop.
I mean, you know, so instead of saying, for example, even if you just wanted to say someone was a twat, you wouldn't say what a twat. You'd kind of switch the word what to wara, like WORRA. You're just shortening it down. You're like, oh, what a twat, you know.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Or you'd call someone a wanker. I don't know if you guys use that word.
We don't, but I know that you guys do, and I really like it. So I might try to bring that here to Texas.
There's a horrible hand action that goes with it, which I feel like I shouldn't do.
Oh.
I'm sure you can guess.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Brian Arnold. I see you.
Oh yeah. Hi, Brian. So there's also one thing which was hilarious. You know James Easterling?
Yes.
So he and I were just movie messaging. We were just chatting about social media stuff, and just at the end of one of them, he just put, "Okay, Jaymini, speak to you soon," and then he did this.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah,
but
no, that's not.
I know. But it means he meant peace.
Yeah, which I realised afterwards, because in the UK, that's a FU. So I was
my gosh, really?
Yeah. So like,
wow.
This is like seriously FU, but like this is also like FU too. So yeah. So like I was like, dude, what are you doing? So
I see Brian. Hey, Brian.
Okay. Hi, Brian. Just teaching some swear words. Keeping it real.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't do that to any British people.
Well, that's good to know because I didn't know that at all.
I don't think anyone does. So I'm gonna if I move to the US, I'm gonna make the most of the opportunity of swearing at as many people as possible, and they'll all think I'm saying peace. That's like there's always like Dr. Dre and gangster rappers doing that in pictures and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, lol lol lol, he's swearing, how funny. But obviously no one else thinks that. So.
Okay, give me some other British phrases that I need to know.
Okay.
Like British beginner tutorial for me.
Okay, British beginner tutorial. I mean, there's just basic things. I think you guys might know this. Like if you're having a giraffe, you know what that is?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
What is it?
Cockney rhyming slang, similar to that. Having a laugh. You're having a giraffe.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned the Brits that I worked with. One of them taught me some Cockney slang, but I don't really remember any of it. I only remember, has anyone seen my dog? And that means, where's my phone or something?
Oh,
whatever. No.
You nearly got it. It's dog and bone because it rhymes with phone.
Oh, dog and bone. See? Okay, I totally forgot.
No, you nearly. It's got to rhyme. It's got to rhyme.
But then how do you know what it rhymes with? Did someone just come up with the phrases and now they're all memorized?
So Cockney is there's an area of London where you can develop or be born with a Cockney slang kind of. You have the accent, but you speak in Cockney slang. So there must be stuff in the southern states of America which are slang. Can you teach me something?
I will. Thank you, Brian, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I can teach you lots. Really the most important thing that I would really want you to know from the beginning, obviously you know about y'all, right? You know about y'all.
Y'all. And
And
holler.
if you're Southern, yeah, and holler like with an R. You know, all the cute people stole holler from us. Holler at somebody. But no, so y'all, and then really if there's a lot of people, it might be all of y'all. So those are really basic things. But what I really want you to know is that the expression bless your heart, because the expression bless your heart has a number of different connotations. And it all depends on the context and the tone in which it is said. For example, if you say to me, you know, I fell down today and sprained my ankle, I'm going to say, bless your heart. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you and I care. If somebody's doing something that I think is really obnoxious or I disapprove of, and I'm talking to my friend about it, I might say, bless her heart. And it's totally sarcastic. Like, not a compliment, not very polite at all. So this is a phrase that you need to know. Isn't it? Yes.
It's a very British phrase as well.
Is it?
Yeah. So a lot of people will say "bless your heart" here as well, but not.
I like it even more now.
Way. Pardon?
I like it even more now.
Yeah, it's a lovely phrase.
Yeah. More often than not, it's meant as an expression of concern, but you need to know that in the South, it is often said facetiously, and it just depends on the context.
That's a fantastic word. I haven't used that for ages. Okay, that's good to know, because someone might be being really mean to me, and according to the British translation that I know, I'm going to think they're being really nice. So.
Okay, and then also, you, I think, are a healthier eater than I am, but I need you to also know that if you visit the Southern U.S., we will try to feed you many fried foods. We like, and I'm stereotyping shamelessly, obviously, but fried things. I make the best fried chicken basically in the world. I'm sorry, everyone, but my fried chicken.
When are we coming around for dinner?
I know. We need to do that. And sweet tea. If you're in the South and somebody says tea, they typically mean sweetened iced tea. So, like, I don't know if you guys have like Lipton tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be chilled and sweetened with sugar. And that's a very popular drink. And if you're in the South, sometimes you can't even find unsweet tea. But if you're up north and you ask for sweet tea, they look at you like you're nuts. They're like, no.
I've not even heard like sweet tea. So I guess you don't
it's really
have.
Important. This is important.
Okay. What about like Yorkshire tea, like I drink? Like English
I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. And people in the U.S. all over drink different types of hot teas and things like that. But in the southeastern U.S. especially, sweetened iced tea is a very common and popular beverage. Restaurants serve it, you know, whatever. So that's important to know about the South. Not so much the North or the West.
I wish I could do a full-fledged Southern accent. Someone's just put "y'all" is the best thing to come out of the South, and I don't even think I'm saying "y'all" properly. Like I need to.
No, it's more like y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I feel like a duck when I do that. I'm like y'all.
Let's see. Is that Big Jerry Jr.? Iced sweet tea is my main beverage. You go, my man. That's what I'm talking about. I love sweet tea.
Wait.
Okay.
Did you say Big Gary Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. So
yeah,
I called him.
I'm watching on the desktop, so it might be coming through faster than on your phone.
Oh man, yeah, I think it probably is. It's just popped through now. I dated someone from Texas, Kristen.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I grew up I'm from North Carolina, and I grew up there, so I really am more of a southeastern person, but I blend in Texas pretty well. A lot of the same customs and courtesies, same type of Yeah, exactly, Stephen. Y'all.
Y'all. Y'all.
Y'all. Exactly.
I feel like
That's
I
how
need
you
to
say
do a
it.
finger point or something. Y'all need to get out of here.
You know what we should do? We should do this again sometime, and we should come up with like scripts for each other. So I'll give you.
Love that.
Or maybe we could do like a play, and we each have different lines, and they're all me trying to be British and you trying to be Southern.
Oh my God. I would love that. I love trying to be American.
We're doing it. It'll be
happening.
good practice for you for your upcoming, hopefully, move to the States.
Everyone keep your fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm just going to disappear off social media and cry myself to sleep every night. If this doesn't happen, I'll be like, oh God.
No, it's got to happen. We have to make it happen. I am definitely crossing my fingers for you. You know what I have to do though? I have to go because soon I have to pick my little girl up from school, because if I don't show up, they'll be all, Mrs. Cardos, you got to come pick your kid up.
It's okay.
That kind of deal. So.
I've only got another hour and a half. Really, I should commit to social media tonight, and I know I need to get on Twitter and reply to tweets. I've unfortunately ignored them, so I need to get through them.
This was so fun. We have to do it again sometime. We have to do it again.
I would actually very much like to dictate the phrases I'd like you to say, because I think I made Dom Garrett do it once, and Vincenzo, and both times I cried with laughter listening to them do it. So
all right, so let's each come up with a list of things that we want the other one to say, and then we'll try to figure out how to mash it up into something. How about that?
Okay. Or cool. Anything you like, to be honest, but there's definitely some phrases I want you saying. So okay, well, Kristen, thank you very much, by the way. This was so much fun.
You're the best.
This is so much fun.
I'll talk to you soon.
I was
about to do the peace sign, but I'm not going to do it now because of what you said.
You can do it that way around, right?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about it now, so.
I hope you have a great day, Kristen. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.